Hello, everyone. So, if you ever wondered if Joe Biden was actually going to win this thing, or if Donald Trump was going to win this thing, you wondered if the media was even lying to you about it being finished. The election is not finished. They have not finished the count. They have not done all the Vegas odds. All of these things aren't done yet. We are in a state of pause at the moment, and the media is just telling you what they think is going to happen. But to make sure that we actually are right about this, and the powers that be aren't just lying to us, or we don't know, or whatever, the easiest way to tell if something is actually true is check out the betting lines. Check out Vegas odds. And we go to a Odds Watch is the name of the site. And they currently give Joe Biden, as of right this second, a 93% chance of winning the election. Now, we're not trying to boost Joe Biden here. What we're trying to do is explain that the odds are in his favor, which means the betting lines are still open, which is actually an illegal act, by the way. You're not supposed to be betting on the presidential election. It's an illegal act, actually. But the betting lines are what we're looking at here. And Vegas currently has Joe Biden at 93%, which indicates that it's not over. For all of the talk, for all the assumptions, it doesn't really matter. The Vegas odds aren't lying. You can go to the news and you can get your fake news. You can go online and you can talk to people that are conservative Republicans. And it's so hard to find out information because everybody's got their opinion. Even if they know that Joe Biden didn't win, they're going to tote the line. If they know Joe Biden did win, they're going to keep on going and keep on going. You're not going to get anywhere trying to talk or ask anyone or watch the news. Pay attention to the media that gets posted up on your timelines forcefully. You're not going to get that. You're going to get them telling you who won because they just have it out for Trump. They're going to put anything that they want to out there to make him look bad, including lying to everyone to tell them that Joe Biden won. It's a sad state of affairs in America. Today we were watching an old newsreel of Ronald Reagan, his presidential election against Walter Mondale. And if anybody remembers, Mondale lost by a tremendous amount. He only won his home state, and that was only by 4,000 votes. Ronald Reagan annihilated that poor guy. Now, we'll go as far as to say that in this election, we feel it should have gone a similar way. We don't know why, and so close, and so many different things that went wrong with it. We're under the assumption that maybe, just maybe, it was the mail-in ballots or a larger majority of absentee ballots. But there's no way that we can overlook the big jump towards the end. If you look at both current lines of each candidate and what they got as far as votes climbing the ladder as the time went on, towards the quote-unquote end of this debacle, Joe Biden gets hundreds of thousands of votes just out of the clear blue sky, as if they were holding on to them for just such an occasion. We don't believe that you get hundreds of thousands of votes and hardly any of them are for Trump. We don't believe that you could be even the worst candidate and do that. Mondale himself probably could not have done that. But as we were watching that video, what we realized was that the media today is a bunch of activists. They're a bunch of people who are out to state their opinion rather than give you the news. And granted, the old media was boring. They want to liven it up. They want to entertain you. And they've used Donald Trump to obtain ratings the best they can. They've went around using it to basically subliminally brainwash everybody that happens to listen. They program people in airports all over the United States with CNN nonsense. And just today we learned that CNN is about to go on sale. They're not doing very good. They actually lost $180 million. They're in the hole for $180 million. We think it'd be kind of funny if Donald Trump came along and bought CNN and went on air and just said, all of you guys are fired. Get the F out. We think that would be hilarious. And really deserving too, because they deserve all of the crap that they've been giving out everyone else. We'll censor you. We'll turn you into some vile villain, which you never were. We'll go after your family. We'll attack your friends. And this is the Democrat Party he has been fighting. And a lot of Americans really don't believe it's that bad, but it really is that bad. You're talking about a group of people who has essentially trying to say that they want to take your cars, take your planes, take all of your gas-powered equipment. You're not supposed to have animals. Livestock is off the table. Global warming is a certainty, and we're going to spend billions, if not trillions, in the endeavor to make America clean. But 80% of our pollution as human beings on this planet is outside of the United States. So even if these dreaming Democrats believe in making a clean world, go ahead and make China cleaner. Go ahead and make Russia cleaner. We would like to see that. Get them to follow you around. Forget the Paris Climate Accords. That's not enough for these people. Until we're living in huts trying to save the whole entire earth from this calamitous situation. And everybody needs to understand that it was Exxon artists that drew cartoons that originally came up with the idea of global warming. Democrats' heads are in the clouds, not dealing with reality. And they've done a good job of trying to steal elections. If only they were that good at actually running a country. Donald Trump would have never been president at all, whether he's going on for another 4 years or not. He would have never reached that precipice had they done their job right. And Donald has reiterated that over and over again. He would not have the position had they done their job properly, had they not been infighting, had they not been worried about power and money quite as much as they do. They run everybody off in America by coddling people from other countries. A poor black American is probably prone to less cuts in their taxes than the average illegal immigrant. They have less support at colleges around the country than illegal immigrants. And every time they give an illegal all of this free stuff, where do you think it comes from? Poor and middle class families. And who misses out on that? The poor black American. So when people in this country go, well, the white American, he has been doing this and this and this, maybe. But the people who are getting the freebies are getting it from the 1% to mess with black Americans. It only really hurts them. And I defy anyone to prove otherwise that more blacks voted against Donald Trump. His ideologies suited black Americans better than Obama himself. And why is Joe Biden, of all people, getting more votes than Obama himself? You're talking about the Democrats' number one rock star. If you went throughout history, what Democrat president is going to get more notoriety than Obama himself from their party? No one. There's no one in the Democrat Party that holds a candle to Obama's rock starness. And you're going to tell me Joe Biden beat his numbers? It's a sham. It's a shit show. And committing multiples of fraud really did help Joe Biden out, because you're talking about one or two people in each area taking 70 to 130 different ballots and shoving them in there for each county in each state. It adds up. If you were to do that one person each county, that's still adding up. At the end of the day, after all the counties are contabulated and everybody has one extra ballot, you're talking about thousands of new votes. The machines themselves have been told, and we've seen video of it, that these things leave actual marks on the ballot once they've run through the machine. It can mark your ballot. So when they say, oh, well, the Dominion software is safe, maybe the software is, but the hardware may not be. Some of these voting machines are owned 25% by the Democrat Party. And the last time around, it was owned by George Soros for the majority of the voting machines. We still, to this day, wonder how Donald Trump magically won. But they changed the rules for this election. COVID rules apply to everything, including voting. So when we have people that are checking ballots, they're checking ballots at 6 feet away. That's not close enough. Can you read something in fine print 6 feet away? Can you be sure that they checked the box that you're trying to look at? There is no observation, not legal or otherwise, in this election. When you say two people are sitting there, Republican and Democrat, and they're checking a ballot, they're not checking it together. They're 6 feet apart. And if you're going to tell me that's going to provide a fair and accurate election, I got news for you. I don't agree with that. And why in the world can't we vote and have those votes be from right here in front of me into a locked safe that goes to a group of people who have nothing but cameras on them and every kind of security possible, and then you sit down with a row of people that continue to hand check them with cameras above and surrounding them as well. When you talk about election security, I doubt this is security. All of these surrounding laws that correlate and coincide with what we're doing today has affected our voting. The Democrats went so far that they wanted early voting. They wanted mail-in voting, and they got almost everything they wanted. And the amazing part is they say that the Russians interfered with our elections, but it really ticks me off when I hear that. And then I know they were the same people that were pining for illegal immigrants to vote in our elections, which means they do not care if Russians interfere. They do not care if Mexicans from Mexico interfere. They just want their voters. And I say, if we're going to have votes outside of our country, have it globally. Because I guarantee you there's going to be more people around the globe, in this instance especially, that would have helped Trump be in office right this very minute. In Australia, they love Donald Trump. In a lot of European states, they love Donald Trump. We here in China and Japan, they love Donald Trump. Because in a lot of other countries, they actually honor people that have a backbone, that have a work ethic, that aren't just kissing ass. And every Democrat we've ever seen has done nothing but kiss ass. And granted, you can catch more flies with sugar and honey than you can with vinegar. However, there's a point that you get pushed around too much that you have to fight back. And Donald Trump was that guy, and we hope that somehow a lot of this stuff gets overturned and Donald Trump ends up being the president for the next 4 years. He deserves it. He did a good job. The powers that be want him out for obvious reasons. He's been attacking the deep state. He's been attacking very bad individuals within the FBI, the CIA. These are corrupt agencies that have been corrupt ever since Bush Jr. came into office, himself being an ex-CIA agent. The fact of the matter is we've had people that are in 3-letter alphabet agencies running our country. Not the people, but the actual deep state. And that's what Donald Trump ran for to begin with. But if you want to know if this election is still going on, if it's that hard to figure it out, go to the Vegas odds. Look them up. If those odds are still up, then the election is still going on. Anyway, you folks have a wonderful afternoon, a good morning, a good night, whichever. Please like, share, and subscribe. We really do appreciate that around here. Also, drop a comment down below. We like to talk with you. And if you have any ideas for new videos, go ahead and drop us a line down below. Also, don't forget to hit the notification bell. If you don't hit the notification bell, you're going to have a hard time getting our videos. God bless each and every one of you. See ya.